Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Tigariswara Ridwan and I will explain lab 2.4 about IP DHCP Pool. The first, you can open Winbox application and log in as admin and select my address to connect. And the first, you can set this router. You can set identity in this router with the command system identity set name. In this, I will give my name, and you can check the interface list with the command interface print and click enter, and you can see this router has connected or has running in the port Ether 2. And before you do configure, and the first you can edit IP address or configure IP address in this router. In this, I will setting this IP address is 10.10.10.1 with the command IP address address 10.10.10.1 slash 24 and interface this Ether 2 and click enter, and you can check the result with the command IP address print, and you can see this a successful added IP address in this router with the IP 10.10.10.1/24 and network IP network 10.10.10.0 with the interface Ether 2. And if you successful added this IP address in the router, and next you can do configure IP DHCP pool or address pool. In this IP DHCP pool name or address pool name, I will give the name is 20 client, and ranks IP or address out is 10.10.10.2 up to 10.10.10.21, and you can do with the command IP pool add name 20 client, and rank you can space that type range, and you can fill 10.10.10.2 up to 10.10.10.21 and click enter, and you can check the result with the command IP pool print, and you can see this successful added IP pool with the ranks IP. And then you can do configure IP DHCP server with the static method. In this, I will give the name IP DHCP server is switch 1 or switch 01 in this router, and I will do this with the command IP DHCP server admin switch 1 and address pool space address pool, and you can configure before or setting before in this 20 client. And with the interface, enter to same the configure before, and you can click enter, and you can check the result with the command IP DHCP server print, and you can see a successful added IP DHCP server in this router, because but the status IP DHCP server stay disable or flex is X. Woe to active or enable in this IP DHCP server, you can do to active or enable in this IP DHCP server with the command IP DHCP server set numbers. In this, the numbers or flags is 0, and oh sorry, any missing. You can enable this with the command IP DHCP server enable numbers 0, and you can click enter and check the result with the command IP DHCP server print, and has changed the status from X or disable to blank is status X or min to running or enable. And the next, if the IP DHCP server status is enable or running, you can next step you can do configure this network in the IP DHCP server with the command IP DHCP server network at address. In this IP network, you can setting before 10.10.10.1 sorry, point 0 slash 24, and gateway IP gateway is 10.10.10.1, and space DNS server is same as IP gateway 10.10.10.1, and then you can click enter. You can check the result with the command IP DHCP server network print, and you can see this. You show how successful added with the static method to edit configure IP DHCP server network, any address, gateway, and DNS server. And you can do check result in this network with the network connection. You can minimize Winbox windows, and you can open this, and you can open this and double click in this internet, and you can check details. You can, if the screen this, you can change properties and IPv4 select, and you can change from use the following to obtain or to dynamic. You can click OK and close. You can refresh, and you can check. And you can check this result or this screen has successful send configure with the Winbox application or in this router setting. This you can see IPv4 or IP address in this 10.10.10.21 and subnet mask is 20.155.2055.0 and IP gateway is 10.10.10.1, and then as server same the IP gateway is 10.10.10.1. And I think that's all. Sorry for my mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.